Hello everyone. Welcome back to the course of Object-Oriented Analysis and Design. This video is brought to you by Newton's Group of Institutions. This is Aravind Egireddy from Department of CSE. Today, in this video, I'll be talking about the behavioral model in UML. So let us see what is behavioral modeling. Behavioral modeling describes the internal dynamic aspects of an information system that supports the business process in an organization. And during the analysis, behavioral models describe what the internal logic of the process is without specifying how these processes are to be implemented. Coming to the UML behavioral diagrams, so here the UML behavioral diagrams, the elements of the systems that are dependent on time and that convey the dynamic concepts of the system and how they relate to each other. So in UML, it defines 7 types of behavioral diagrams: use case diagrams, interaction diagrams, activity diagrams, timing diagrams, state machine diagrams, sequence diagrams, and communication diagrams. So here, let us see each one of the use case behavioral diagrams. The first one is use case diagram. So here, a use case describes the sequence of actions a system performs yielding results. So it shows the interaction of things outside the system and within the system itself. So we use many and we apply the whole system as well as a part of the system in the use case. Here, the use case diagrams presents us an outside view of the manner the elements of the system behave and how they can be used in the context. Here, the use case diagram comprises of use cases, actors, relationships like dependency, generation, and association. So these use case diagrams are used to model the context of the system by enclosing all the activities of the system within a rectangle and focusing on the actors outside the system by interacting with it. And they also used to model the requirements of the system from the outside point of view. Now coming to the second one, that is interaction diagrams. Interaction diagrams depict interaction of objects and their relationships. They also include the messages passed between them. And here we have 2 types of interaction diagrams. One is sequence diagram and the other one is collaboration diagrams. So here the interaction diagrams are used for modeling the control flow by time ordering using sequence diagram and by control flow by organization using collaboration diagrams. And coming to the third one, that is activity diagram. These activity diagrams depict the flow of activities which are ongoing non-atomic operations in a static machine. So these activities result in an actions which are atomic operations, and these activity diagrams comprise of activity states and action states, transitions, objects. And here the activity diagrams are used for modeling the workflows as viewed by actors interchanging with the system. And they are also used for modeling the details of operations or computations using the flowcharts. Coming to the timing diagrams, these timing diagrams are UML interaction diagrams. They are used to show the interactions when the primary purpose of the diagram is to reason about the time. So timing diagrams mainly focus on conditions changing within and among the lifelines along the linear time axis. So here the timing diagrams are used to explore the behavior of objects through a given period of time, and the timing diagram is a special form of a sequence diagram. Then coming to the state machine diagrams, these state machine diagrams we also call them as state chart diagrams. So here They show the state machine that depicts the control flow of an object from one state to another. So a state machine portrays the sequence of states which an object undergoes due to the events and their responses to the events. And here the state machine diagrams or state chart diagrams, they are composed of states which can be simple or complex, translations between the states, and events causing the transitions, actions due to the events. So here the state chart diagrams are used for modeling objects which are relative to the nature. And coming to the sixth one, that is sequence diagrams. So we have already discussed these sequence diagrams. So sequence diagrams are interaction diagrams that illustrate the ordering of messages according to the time. So these diagrams are in the form of two-dimensional charts. So the objects that indicate the interactions are placed on the x-axis, and the messages that these objects send and receive are placed on the y-axis in the order of increasing time from top to bottom. Then coming to the last one, that is communication diagrams. So these communication diagrams are formally called as an collaboration diagrams, which is an interaction diagram that shows the similar information to sequence diagrams. But its primary focus is on objects' relationships. So in these diagrams, the objects that participate in the interaction are shown using the vertices, and the links that connect these objects are used to send and receive the messages. So that's it for today. Thank you all. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the latest notifications.